Hello everybody, my name is Benji, and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program, where I am following through on my promise of ridding this zone, this planet, of the Dark Fog. I also made some of these!
A logistics station. You've taken the
And I
first step in
also
establishing
made some
a
of
planetary
these.
logistics network. Set the logistics station at the supplying location to supply, and the logistics drones will automatically deliver cargo to any other logistics stations in demand.
Looks like they're coming this way.
Please remember to deploy
Oh, and the
logistics
hive is
drones
right
into the
here?
logistics station. Either a
Oh my gosh,
supply
the hive
or
is right
demand.
here.
The logistics drones only work for the logistics station.
Oh no, they're going for my science! Yeah, my science is some of my least heavily defended areas. Seems like they're all pretty evenly spread, though. So this will probably be fine. Yeah, look at them. They're good. I don't think they're within range of a bab, though. Man, that swarm. That swarm was something else, but that is A-okay with me because we now have the ability to set up a forward operating base with the Babs and take the fight to them. I can't build in combat mode, which kind of sucks. But if I set up some forward operating battle stations here, with, of course, I have plenty of ammunition to go around. And I, of course, have plenty of rounds for them all to have, as well as some drones for themselves, and some drones for me, not just prototypes anymore, but I've got some of the new guys too. I think we can take these guys down. I have a forward operating base to return home to. I'm gonna very quickly make myself a small little blueprint here with some ammunition and some power to go around. That way I can turret creep. It's gonna be a little bit slower of a turret creep process than in Factorio, by the look of it. But I'm betting that if I take this and advance it... Uh-oh. Alright, I'm being... Holy shit. Pull them back, pull them back, pull them back. Oh my gosh. Wow. Come on, boys. Don't be going out there like that. Come home. Come home. Recall. Come home. I still don't know how to get them to get back into my inventory. Come on, guys. I don't want to lose you. Oh, I've lost so many of them. Unable to recall fighters in action. Yeah, well, I don't want them to be in action anymore. Come home. Okay, alright, okay, okay. Give. And then put these guys in their place. Okay. Alright, we're good. We're good. That was the majority of them. That was the majority of them. Oh my gosh!
Warning. You're about to intrude dark fog control. You're highly likely to launch an attack. Press Z to enter the combat engines. It assists Icarus engagement.
Let's just move up ever so slightly here. We are hemorrhaging units. Oh, we're getting some attention in the hive. Let's creep up a little bit more here. Not now, research tree. They sniped me! What?
Lost connection to center brain. Mission failed. You can continue from your previous saved game.
They sniped
or use
me!
metadata to redeploy or reassemble Icarus. To redeploy, center brain will dispatch a new Icarus to the landing point on reassemble. Center brain will reassemble scattered components into items and retain all items in the
Alright, I think we're safe here. There it is.
You're unstoppable no matter what dark fog does.
Whoa.
After a long night, here comes the dawn. We've completely destroyed a planetary base. Dark Fog Core Driller can't stop us from expanding factories on its ruins. You can bury the driller by using foundation, yet a great amount of soil piles will be consumed.
Soil piles required 999,000, 100,000 soil piles to fill this thing in? Are you serious right now? You cannot be serious right now. What else can I do here? After construction, continues to stay above. Dispatch vessels, transfer matter. Planetary base is destroyed. Its relay will try to rebuild if there is remaining matter and energy. Still has matter and it still has energy. If the central core of a hive is destroyed, relays will send heavy barge to reconstruct the core. Given the importance of relay, attaching them amounts to declaring full-scale war on the Dark Fog. Some hapless engineers have ended up as its casualties, even though they just wanted to test the missile turrets. So what, are they gonna deploy from the hive? Whoa, what the hell? Oh. That makes sense. Okay. Oh, I have 1,000,000 soil piles? Alright, sure, we'll do that. And then that just severed the connection. Off it goes. Is it going back to the hive? It's going back to the hive. Yeah, it's going back to the hive. We did it! This planet is ours now. This planet belongs to us. That was an awesome fight. That felt great. Like, seriously, that felt absolutely amazing. Holy cow. And now, the real game begins. We can start with our larger blueprints, and we can completely and entirely dominate this planet and all of its natural resources. Nothing can stop us now. Except for, you know, probably the dark fog coming back, which I'm sure that they will more than likely end up doing at some point in time. I would not be surprised if they come back and try to mess with us again, because they also don't want to lose their grip on the planetary bodies and everything of that nature. Because why would they? Why would they want to lose their grip? But this planet, for now, is now ours. And until such time that the dark fog decides it wants to come and try to re-inhabit, we are safe. And that is a glorious feeling. We didn't use too much ammo either. I'm actually kind of surprised at the fact that we didn't use that much ammunition in that fight overall. So that kind of takes us to what next? We have our planetary logistics now. There are some good places in which we can use it. But I think the first order of business really is harvesting of resources and putting them into their not necessarily own dedicated planetary supply hub, but into a planetary supply hub in general. So I think the first kind of order of business here is to take a look at where different resources are. This will be a really good oil spot, I think, overall. This will be really good for coal and stone. Plenty of coal, plenty of stone. I can hook up a lot of mines there. Tons of stone right here. Holy cow. And it looks like some more copper, iron, and coal right here. Right off of our current oil supply. So that'll be kind of nice. And then in terms of defense, I think probably the best thing for us to do would be to request ammunition as one of the things for the planetary supply hubs, which I will actually go on ahead and show off right now with this one over here. So this is the Planetary Logistics Station, or the Planetary Supply Hub. These things provide different types of demands and supplies as we go along and as we continue to play. So what we're going to do here is, since we only have 100 of these, we're going to be kind of sparing with them. We're going to give this, not 11, I wanted to give it 10. There we go. Give it 10. What we're going to do is we're able to hit supply and demand on literally everything, including some of the resources that we actually have not come across yet, like fire ice, unipolar magnets, stalagmite crystals, grading crystals, fractal silica, and kimberlite ore. And there are also some other things in here that we have not yet unlocked yet, like deuterium. Well, actually, no, we have unlocked everything else, just the rare, or the raw resources. And then we can also request buildings. But what we're going to do is we're going to set up iron, copper, what else was around here? Coal. Yeah, just iron, copper, and coal. And we're going to have this set to supply. So what this will allow it to do as our planetary logistics station is we can harvest this copper and this iron and this coal, and then we can belt the raw copper, raw iron, and raw coal into the planetary logistics station itself in such a way that now, once we set up another one of these guys as a demand, which we will get into next time, we can set these guys up as a demand, such as Mark 1 planetary blueprints. There's a lot of these. We can set them up as demand, and we can set up large smelting columns, like you see here. The ore will get requested, and then the plates will get shipped back out at the end of it all, once it's all said and done. I will probably end up revising a lot of the blueprints that I have, just kind of in general, as a result of the fact that these blueprints are rather old and are more than likely outdated overall. So I'll need to make some changes and some additions and some, you know, of all of the whatnots. But they will be in my Discord server. There is a link to the Discord server in the description of the video. Please feel free to join if you would like my blueprints. And they will be in a specified channel for you to view at your leisure and at your pleasure. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Then we will put this all into the power grid. These things are rather power hungry, so I may as well expand my power network with some wind turbines as we go about it. You can see it is currently drawing a 12 megawatt charging rate. Our generation capacity is 90 megawatts, so yeah, we're not getting a whole ton here. But you can see, as this is now filling up with copper, we've got copper being filled up. And eventually, next episode, I will find an area that is suitable to start placing blueprints down. It's probably going to end up being over here, and I will make modifications and additions to those as is required, especially relating to the influx of ammunition, because ammunition is going to be a huge part of continued defense, the first of which is probably going to involve the Gauss turrets. Even though the Gauss turrets can only do ground and low air and can't do space or anything like that, it will help in terms of defending against ground assaults. And I think that'll be very nice overall. So with this one set up, I'm going to do the same thing with the iron. I'm going to do the same thing with the coal. Where was the... My phone just got 3 calls in a row. 3 in a row! One was a telemarketer, one was a scam, and the other one is a number that I don't recognize. So, that's just great. Literally 3 calls back to back. That's a little ridiculous in my opinion. So this one's going to be all of these. Where were the rest? The rest going to be? Was it this one? This one for stone and coal? This one could just be for stone in general. This one could be for stone and coal. I could just do this one for stone, in all honesty. Way up here at the southern pole. Because south is blue, north is red. That's how that works. So yeah, I think I'm just going to do this one for stone. Just because of how much stone it has. And then the very last one is going to be for oil. And that one is going to be all the way over here. I don't even have any oil extractors on me, so I'll go get that later. And I'm going to go on ahead. I'm going to set all of this up. I'll keep an eye on the swarm hive threat. It doesn't seem like it's really doing anything. I don't see anybody coming at me right now. But I'll keep an eye on it, and we shall see what happens. See you in a second. And with that, we are all set. We have our copper, our iron, and our coal being supplied here. We have our oil being supplied on the far side of the planet, right underneath of where our epic battle took place. There it is, right underneath where our epic battle took place. And then, of course, up here toward the South Pole, or I guess down here toward the South Pole, we have our stone being output as well. And then things that I will have to think about in the future is whether or not I want to have ammunition being demanded to these planetary stations in such a way that they would end up supplying turrets locally such that these are all actually guarded. I also went on ahead and put the minimum load of drones up to 100%. That way they only fly at 100%, thus saving us A, energy, and B, drones, which helps overall in throughput. And I left the maximum charging power at 12 megawatts as a result of the fact that our current generation capacity is at 101 megawatts. And I can probably end up covering this entire platform here with wind turbines in order to have just a little bit more overall power generation for our power supply. The other thing that we're currently in the process of, first of all, is storing a lot more light oil because I keep running out of things for light oil. But that's okay, we'll end up having some kind of a demand for light oil eventually. As we start to increase throughput of different things like these purple tubes and whatnot. And then the last thing that we are currently researching is the planetary shield generator, which will help defend us from space, which is going to be very nice, because I'm going to need that quite a bit. Also, the attack drone is not a telescopic recipe because it takes the prototype. I think that's a little odd. I feel like oh, well, it's because of the fact that there's the branch. I'm betting this requires the precision drone. Nope, it just requires the thruster. Very intriguing, but that's okay because this is the first of the space fleets, and I'm very excited for the space fleets. And then this is all the way down at green science, which is a whole thing. Wow, that's expensive. You probably don't know what half of that stuff is, but that is disgustingly expensive. So in terms of final research, we have that. We're gonna go for the high explosive shells. Even though we haven't actually done anything with the implosion cannon yet. I feel like the implosion cannon will be fun to have eventually. We'll go on ahead and research the thruster and the explosive unit. And then I think everything else is actually locked behind yellow science. So from here, we just have to do yellow science and go from there. And yellow science is a whole doozy, but we have an entire base to redesign before we can really get into yellow science. So yeah, we've got plenty to look forward to. Don't you worry about that. So next time we will get some planetary logistic smelting things going and ready to rock and roll. And then we will also be getting along with our dearest of friends, the new mall blueprint, which will be a whole ton of fun. I'm very excited for the planetary mall to make an appearance. And I am actually a little bit concerned, if I'm being honest, that the planetary mall, here it is, advanced mall. I'm a little worried that the advanced mall has only, good, it does not. No, it has all 4 outputs, which is absolutely fantastic. And of course, we're not going to be doing the entire planetary mall all at once, because there's stuff here that we don't even have yet, like titanium glass, planar filters, strange matter, unipolar magnets. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff here that we do not have. So we're going to be doing this stage by stage and step by step until eventually we have all of the things that we need. And that will be very nice to have next time. But for now, that is going to be all. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. But without further ado, adios, sayonara, au revoir, hasta la vista, das vidania, avidazien, ciao, and goodbye. Please have yourselves all a fantastic rest of your day. Get some sleep if you need to. Don't forget to stay hydrated. This video is in the bag, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later, y'all.